Welcome back, listeners. My name is Larry Kallevig, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. And if you're just tuning in, you're just listening to us for the first time, or maybe it's your, I don't know how many times. Thanks for, again, havenfinancialgroup.com. Visit us online or give us a call anytime during the week. Maybe today's too busy, 612-504-8400. Every week we discuss these crucial retirement and financial topics. Some, not exactly the spiciest or the fun to talk about, but so very important if we're looking to thrive in retirement or rather than just survive. I don't think any of us want to, but for some, there is a lifeline and we want to help them.
hmm So we're talking today about not just retiring, but having a plan so that you can stay retired. I think it would be very difficult to get into retirement 3, 4, 5 years out and then suddenly realize that you're running out of money. At that point, your age becomes an issue. You've started to develop some kind of lifestyle, and that's certainly not where anyone wants to be. So we're talking about some of the steps that need to be taken as you head toward retirement to make sure that that doesn't happen. We want to talk about living a fulfilling life with financial confidence. Maybe you would like to just kind of describe what you think financial confidence is for our listeners when it comes to Haven Financial Group.
Well, first of all, knowing that you have a partner that you can lean on when the markets are jittery, if you just don't know, if you have questions, that's really, we work for our clients in any of these areas. Having communication, having conversation. It's more than a meeting once a year for 45 minutes. It's building that strong financial foundation, which it's just not a number. It's the income, as we just talked about. And what that's going to give you is the confidence, and confidence will help you embrace the independence, the freedom to take a break from daily grinds and doing the things that you love to do. It'll help you live according to your values. It takes money, it takes income. If you want to be charitable in those causes that really mean a lot to you, and we have a lot of clients that are very charitable, and that opens up conversations like tax planning ideas. I always say you don't give charitably for tax purposes, but if you are charitable, it opens up some really good tax planning ideas. And then let's face it, our generation is, we want to the best of our ability, care for aging parents. It enables us to afford the best care for them. Help them if need, and not just the older parents, but then we want to bless our kids, or at least most of us do, to the degree that we're not enabling them, investing in the kids or the grandkids' education, college, career advance, whatever that is and what's important to you. But it takes a strong financial foundation. Without that, these options might not even be on the table. So this is why it's so important.
Absolutely. Yeah. And investing in your family. I think people feel really strongly about that. Maybe you've got, young people in your family who need a little help. They need an emergency. They got a wedding coming up. They're looking for some help with a down payment on a house. These are important things to people. And for a lot of people, these are some of those values they're looking for, right?
They are. As a father of four, four daughters. I don't want to talk about weddings, Kim, so I don't know why you had to bring that up. But there will come a day, I'm sure, and I do want to help them out to the best of our ability, my wife including, for those weddings, for those birthdays, when they need a few extra bucks, and quite frankly, to create memories with the family.
Right.
I always say for many years I put off family vacations. One, I didn't have the money. Two, I didn't have the time, and I always had excuses. Well, the last 10 to 12 years, we cherish our family vacations. It takes money, but those are memories that my daughters at 24, soon to be 25, 23, 23, and 20, those are memories they're going to have for the rest of their life. So that's important to us, and that's important to a lot of our clients, as well as legacy, creating a generational impact. It's why we have great partners in Carrie and Keith and Lexi over at Provision Law. We know estate planning is so important, and I'm not speaking to the listener that thinks that it's only important for millionaires, but it's important for pretty much everybody to have some sort of estate plan, backup plan if things don't go your way. If you get in an accident, you get hurt, powers of attorney. We have a class coming up, wills and trusts in Farmington. It's full. I think we have a waiting list. So people are thinking about these things. They just sometimes don't know where to turn. And I think it starts, and it's why education's so important. Turn to
Mm.
somebody that's educating you first, and through that you can make educated decisions, and hopefully the education helps them to be the right decisions. And that's really been our focus for almost 11 years that we've been here.
612-504-8400 is how you reach the folks at Haven Financial Group. Tell them that you heard us here on the radio, that you'd like to sit down with someone, talk about some of these subjects that we're talking about, including the idea of a fulfilling life that is financially confident. If you were to sit down with someone, Larry, and they said, a fulfilling life for me would be to travel with my grandkids a couple of times a year and to stay in the home I'm in. So, what kind of steps do you take so that you can help those folks? What are some of the underpinnings of that?
Well, I'm not sure if the question, if you're asking me what are some 5 key elements of a financial plan.
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
what would you right?
yeah, for number one, I would say take some inventory, understand your current financial picture.
Hmm.
Number two is budget, creating a manageable spending and savings plan. Might not have fun with that, but budgets aren't fun, but they're important. Debt. Number three, learning how to manage and prioritize your debts. Some people are really good at it. Some people are absolutely terrible with it. What's your strength and weakness? Number four, save and invest. Can't encourage this earlier than later. Helping your money grow, compound, and work harder for you and your goals. Get started earlier. I don't care if it's a little bit. A little bit can go a long way in the long run. And then number five, protect. Helping to protect what you have now worked so hard for you, your spouse, your loved ones in the future. We deal with a lot of the protection piece. We're not limited in scope to the older generation, or the more mature generation is more appropriate, I guess. But it is who we serve a lot. Now we're
Hmm.
helping a lot of younger folks and the clients' kids, but all these years you worked hard. Defense wins championships. Yeah, we want to get a good return, but you know what? It's equally or more important to protect what you have than trying to get rich quick and taking risks that backfires. So again, we're in a lot of the protection, but again, take inventory, budget, manage debt, save and invest, and protect. I would say that's 5 key elements that underpin a financial plan.
So, Larry, what about the folks who are listening right now and they've been in retirement for about 5 years and they are starting to get concerned? They have a plan, but they don't think this plan is going so well. They can't say that they're living a fulfilled life and feeling confident about their finances. Is it too late for them to sit down with you?
It's absolutely not too late. In fact, why wait any longer before it
Mhm.
is too late? And I hope that isn't the case, but we know for some people it is. So get a second opinion. Maybe you're not getting the attention. Why are you having the doubts to begin with?
Mhm.
Is it because somebody's not listening? You don't have a partner. You don't have ideas. You can bounce off somebody else. That's what I see quite often. People lose the confidence because they lose the confidence in their retirement or their money because they've lost confidence in whom they're working with. And that's part of our job description, is to instill in these folks that folks at Haven, my investment team, my insurance, or whoever it is, one, we're listening, we're caring. It's not about us, it's about them. And that has to be our model and our mission. Otherwise, we're going to get off track. And that's the last thing we want to do.
Well, I think that's just so encouraging that you just said that, because I think there's probably a lot of people who are listening who are thinking, well, gosh, I wish I would have done this differently, but there's no going back now. I'm already in this, and I guess I'm going to just have to ride it out and see it through. But you're saying that's not necessarily the case. A review of your financial plan can certainly be done and could possibly change the direction of your retirement.
Most definitely. It's why Havens has a nautical theme. You get off a degree this direction or that direction, you might end up in the wrong place. And, if you're bleeding, why not attempt to stop the bleeding
Right.
before you bleed out? And we don't want that. I know that's probably not a great analogy on a Sunday morning, but if you need something fixed, why not fix it now rather than wait?
Absolutely. 612-504-8400 if you're looking for a partner. If you've had a partner and maybe you don't think you're getting the kind of service that you need. If you're just not completely happy with the way retirement living is going for you, maybe it's time to sit down and reevaluate. 612-504-8400 is how you reach the folks at Haven Financial Group. They'd love to sit down with you, free consultation, talk a little bit more about your retirement plans, your hopes and your dreams, or maybe the way that your hopes and dreams are not coming to fruition. And let's see if they can't do something for you. 612-504-8400. Having an emergency fund and being able to replenish that. You just heard Larry in the last segment talk about that. We're going to get more in depth when we come back right here on the Haven Financial Group Radio Show.